Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
of course.
All right. And so that leads to our other two characters, um, or our other location. Hans, do you want to have any conversations during the trip back, or do you want to just head straight and want us to pick up at the mission?
I think, yeah, I mean, I think I'm, as we're heading back, maybe, for the first day, I'm pretty taciturn, just thinking about what's going on, what my son has said. Um, and yeah, maybe as we're approaching the mission on the second day or the last day of the ride or whatever, I'm striking up a conversation with him. So yeah, I'm just like, son, I need to know if this is a matter of conviction for you.
Well, he's been doing some thinking of his own. And for the first time, he's kind of speaking to you directly. And he says, I am he says, yeah, I don't really care. I care about Ruben. He's a good friend. And people can tell him what to do a little too easily, so I look out for him. I can take care of myself, and I can protect my friend, and I can fight. I can ride and I can fight. I'm as good as anybody, 10 years older than me, and so I can go and do this. I'm not just going to sit around while everybody else gets to go and fight and ride and do things. I'm going to. He pauses a second and says, I want to know if I stay, will you ride with me? Will you come out with me? Will we do this again or something? He's a little surprised because I didn't know. I had no idea. You saved me. He's just shaking his head. I had no idea.
Yeah, Jose Maria just nods, kind of at his words, and says, son, everything I've done in my life is a matter of conviction. The things I did in my previous life, leaving your mother, was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was a matter of conviction. I came here because of my belief and my conviction. And I see now that it's time to teach you some of the same principles.
To cut your balls off and sit in a church, Papa?
So yeah, I was like, it's, there are many types of conviction, and it's time that I spend some time with you and teach you that. And if it takes riding out with you, then so be it.
Yeah, his words are sort of spilling out faster now. We've kind of opened him up a little bit. And he says, what I saw what I just saw with from you, that's all the conviction that you need. What Listen, things are happening here. Everybody's arguing and everybody has something to say, and I like Mateo and I like Ruben and I like all the guys. They're good to me. And they there's a war. There's a war. The We have to fight in it. We have to be men. You can teach me.
We have to determine if it's worth fighting for.
All right. The response is like, does not compute. Might as well say yes. That seems like the easiest, that should work. So, so yes, the two of you have, shall we say, found common ground, even if it's not really the same ground. So okay, I'm not seeing too much of a response here. Now, Ruben, in any attempt to talk to his uncle, has basically received the most straightforward interfamilial shut up that you could ever imagine, and has been cowed into complete obedience for the entire trip. And I think the only other thing is that he says, I even got the not Ruben, but Elvio, in a while later, perhaps as you're coming closer to the mission, will say, I even got to see Cristobal. He's the one. He's the one they're following. He's the one who's organizing the attacks on the ranches. He says some of the guys at the mission, they were talking about it, and they sounded like they kind of approved, and so Ruben and I went off to go see what it was like. Wanted to see it. But other guys like Mateo, they don't. They want to defend. They want to defend the mission, San Diego, when there's another attack. I guess you would fight with them. I mean, I thought you would just wear the wear some priest clothes and sit inside while they defended you. Would you fight?
To defend the mission?
Yeah.
If I have strength in my arms, then yes, I'll fight. So in this Cristobal, you have to learn, follow not man, follow God. One man is one man. Today he'll be, today you'll want to follow him. Today he'll be everything to you, and then eventually he'll disappoint you. Just remember that.
I've got to play this kid, and I need a prompt. Get your dice out. I need to know which way this is going to bounce on this kid.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Just for rules wise, are we playing it that the pool refreshes to the 9 or?
No, we're going to give everybody one die. I forgot to mention. Okay, everybody gets one die. That's my latest kicking at the tires of my own too, because that I remember the discussion that led to him putting in that refresh to 9 thing, and it was when everybody was terrified of having no pool dice. Sometime in 2003, everybody was just terrified that the pool, you empty your pool. Oh no, So.
Yeah, it seems to lower the consequences for actually using your dice. So.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, though, but I do, after playing it through that one time, I was thinking that it feels good. It just feels good to have one, get one in the beginning, and can't be a bad thing. So okay, let's do that. So in that case, you now I'm going to tell you that you're up against a whole lot of teenage cojones here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one die from me.
Okay. Well, I think I can get my trait. My reluctantly took my son with me. Reluctant father trait. Oh man, I have 3 pool dice.
Did you? Is that because I don't remember you losing any last time? Was that just because you?
Oh wait, how do you lose them again? Sorry, I thought just spending them.
No, when you use them in a successful roll, you keep them.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, good. Thank you for the reminder on that. Yeah. Okay, then I will spend 3.
Okay.
And we'll see how this goes. And I got 2 1s, so yeah, right. I'm good.
Okay. So how do you want to handle it? You want to tell me all about the father-son, values bonding, or how do you want to do it? You can actually take the effect fairly strongly here, so it's kind of a chance if you want that.
Yeah, that's a good. I'm gonna let's do it. I'll take the narration here, and I will say that he, a little bit of his, like, sort of what I imagine his burgeoning kind of hero worship of Cristobal, if that's what's going on a little bit, or that some of that, I'm not able to convince him out of that entirely, but I think some of that, the course of our conversation, transfers to me a little bit as this absent father figure who is now taking an interest in him in a hand, and sort of, showing that he has some cojones himself. And yeah, we have a conversation as we go back to the mission, and he asks if he can spend some time with me at the mission.
Excellent.
Okay. And yeah, he can stay with me.
All right then. Okay. Well, this has been a consequential first 15 minutes of play. So excellent. We were resituated back at home for each of you in the course of time. There are some developments for sure. Development number 1 is, Christopher, is it okay if I stay with the mission for a little bit?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. I'm listening. I'm very much into it.
So in the awareness that I think that Jose has now is probably awareness of kind of the currents of Diegueño opinion and positions on the current situation. They don't look just to you like compliant haulers of wood and helpers around the place. I mean, that they might have appeared before. I doubt your character was so insensitive as to just think of them as furniture, but as I say, the currents and opinions are kind of like, I bet that guy's a supporter, or I bet that one's a defender. You're kind of getting a better view of this, and Mateo trusts you a lot now. So remember, he had those guns there, and he'll make it clear to you. He'll make it clear to you that those guns were not for sending off to the militants. They were actually here for defense. They're actually setting up a sort of a network of paramilitary protection of the mission and related areas. So it's all very hush hush, but you suddenly realize that your nice, friendly, godly mission, these things are pretty defensible, aren't they, now that I think about it? So that's funny. They were built by Spanish people who had fortresses in mind, weren't they? So that's sort of the first thing. Now, to go then to, I would like to spend a little bit of time with you and Padre Ayala,
Hmm.
whom we have not yet really managed to get a good look at. And he's actually calling in. He's calling in the lay brothers and the other couple of junior priests. He's calling them in to meet some visitors, some important guests. And you will meet El Capitan Las Cruces of the Mexican army, who has finally arrived in San Diego and who has come to speak with the father at the former mission. And he is going to be taking up station here in San Diego for its defense, of course. So now this fellow, again, is not from around here. He has got the Gulf Coast Mexican accent. He's from the capital. He's from Ciudad Mexico, and he has not missed a meal in recent memory. As you can tell, he's not a portly fellow. He's actually one of these kind of made of, whipcord and, erect posture, barbered mustache, staring kind of guys. And so, let's see. I'm getting that hiss again, Hans. What's that? Wow, that was really hardcore. It's even starting to hum.
I'm getting a plane flying overhead. That might be part.
Yeah. Okay. You can hear me though?
Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's still kind of there, but we'll see. Okay. So this is going to occur in an area that Father Ayala has used for decades as kind of his office or place of work and records and administration and things like that. And it includes a pretty nice sort of conferencey area with an old oak table and nice chairs that have got a little ratty over the years, but they used to be, pretty nice cushions and things. And so trays with coffee and some, I'm wondering about the timing on this, but I'm pretty sure there would be oranges, actually. So, okay, yeah, this has been set out, and so, however, nobody's really sitting down nicely. The priests and the lay brothers have sat down. Father Ayala is about to sit down. The captain's men, like a junior officer that he's brought with him, like a corporal or something, he has gestured. Those of you who are following along will recognize this corporal's outfit with that corporal's outfit. And so he looks at his captain, and the captain, says, gives him sort of a go ahead, and he takes off his hat and sits down. But the captain just stands there. Father Ayala, looking a little bit like an old bird in his priestly robe, sees that the captain's not sitting down, and he too remains standing. And right there, for the first time, you can kind of see a line in the air between their two gazes. And the captain gets right to the chase, and he says, "I don't like this place. I don't like the air. I don't like the ocean here. This wrong ocean. I'm here to do one thing, and I expect your cooperation.